Hey guys, it's your boy M.K.S here, back in another video. Hope you like it. And I've probably had this before on videos, but I know you probably can't see it very well, but it says M.K.S on there as well. Anyway, this is an idea I've had for a bit of time, but M.O.P, as I call it, which I sometimes call M.O.P. When I was younger, I used to beg my siblings to play Monopoly with me, and I used to sometimes call it M.O.P for short. But this is an idea more to do with tech, and sticking to the theme of trying to support Indigenous Africans and Australasians in tech development. And basically, M.O.P stands for either micro operating programmer or micro operating processor, which is my idea for Indigenous Africans and Australasians as well to work together. Initially, it was Indigenous Africans, but I expanded it to Indigenous Australasians as well, and maybe the Black diaspora as well, to help each other, to support each other, to make like a programming sort of language or some sort of program or disk operating system or whatnot, or even a collection of those things. I'm not very good at tech myself, so it would be quite ironic, as I often say. But yeah, to make this sort of thing, to make computers safer and more secure. It could protect against viruses and all sorts of things like that. So given the reputation of some African countries, I think it would be quite an irony and that sort of thing. But yeah, I just want to say in the intro quite briefly that if I could, I would love to focus on, other than having fun and doing a certain activity if I had the confidence to do it, or if God gave me permission, we'll move on from that. There are 5 sort of things I would love to donate or dedicate 20% of all that I have, basically, all my attention, time and money, ATM, effort and energy, and whatever I have, as I say, basically, into which are basically, as I say, all my attention, time, money, ATM, effort, energy, and as I say, all I have, I would love to donate to these things. I can't imagine myself being able to dedicate that much without distractions or disturbances or things that come in the way in life sometimes. And as I say, anything outside these things would be surplus to requirements or things that are getting in the way of these things. But basically, it's to benefit Italian football as much as possible, Celtic FC, my political goals and aspirations, including libertarianism and liberty, freedoms, basically human rights, animal rights, and things like that. Deregulating industries, cutting people's taxes, and basically making people more freer, as I would see it, as well as supporting human rights and peace and things like that. So those sorts of political things I stand for, I'd say, my political aspirations and desires, and also supporting former colonies, which I suppose goes in with politics. I'm a Pan-Asianist and Pan-Africanist, and anti-imperialist, basically generally as part of that as well, or a bit more the other way around. And also supporting the poor and disabled people and disadvantaged people generally around the world. I know those things probably sound contrary, but I'd love to do it like for free choice rather than socialism or communism, which forces people to do so. Anyway, sorry if that was a really long intro, but here goes. So number 1, again, this would stand for micro operating programmer and strict processor. Would take your pick, whichever of those terms you prefer, perhaps. But basically, as I say, it would be Indigenous people from Africa and Australasia, if not the Black diaspora generally, and their allies and supporters working together to build software, disk operating system, and things like that, which perhaps are updated every year to protect against viruses, and basically to make computers safer and to keep children safe online, to tackle terrorism, maybe to have people go on, I don't know if I should say this, but go on the dark web and like monitor potential threats, and basically to ensure that as much as possible only legal activities carried out online, and people are protected from crime generally, including cybercrime, cyber hacks and things like that, as much as possible. Obviously, the better it does, the more trustworthy it will become. The brand will be a guarantee and a reputation. Basically, reputation will be a guarantee. You can say like our brand is your guarantee, or our reputation is your guarantee. But yeah, it would keep computers safe for everyone. Number 2, I think it'd be great if the Black diaspora and people across Africa and Indigenous Australasians who are already in tech programs, already good at tech, and companies like Andela and companies like that, organizations like that, come together to companies and organizations and big tech to teach and train each other, in the case of the Black diaspora and Indigenous Africans and Australasians, and their allies and supporters, but also big tech as well, supporting those people, like having training programs in those countries to train people and see what they can learn about tech and how they can learn to build this disk operating system, and also answer call like software and stuff like that. That's embarrassing fraudulent slip there. That would protect computers, as I say. Number 3, I think it'd be great if people donated free software, training equipment, training materials, and PCs and laptops and things like that, which will help people as much as possible to get opportunities free opportunities, or at least the lowest possible price, opportunities at the lowest possible price to learn about tech and things like that across Africa. Number 4, I think it'd be great to make peace, and also this could be used to make peace and cut crime and bring Africa together. So hopefully unite the 54 or 55 countries across Africa, as well as indigenous Australasians and the black diaspora and their allies, as I say, and hopefully that will bring peace. As I talked before about, like in microwing, add a W to like a micro wing, so it's like for technology, so it'll keep civilians safe and things like that. So this could be part of that. It's sort of like all connected, microwing and micro and M.O.P and things like that. So basically it's all tech connected to, in this case, also benefit indigenous Africans and Australasians as well as the rest of the world. And again, hopefully make peace and stand for good and be like tech for good, as well as helping disadvantaged communities, but especially, say, indigenous Africans and Australasians. Number 5, I think it'd be great on that note, as I say, for African countries and possibly politicians across Africa as well as Australasia, especially more left-leaning politicians in Australasia, or those who want to see indigenous Africans and people of colour do well, to have tech programs and things like that, and also to work together to train those people, those communities. So hopefully, like in countries like Kenya, Nigeria, and all over Africa, as I say, all 54, 55 countries, they can work with their own people and also with each other and NGOs and whatnot to give as much tech training and opportunities for indigenous Africans and Australasians as possible. Maybe even people who trade with African countries, especially, and possibly Australasian countries like Australia and New Zealand and whatnot, could be encouraged or told, even if they want to trade with such countries, they have to provide tech training opportunities for indigenous people from those countries as much as possible in return for trade deals and things like that. So I think it'd be great if they work towards shared goals. Number 6, I think it'd be great if music and sport, including, I know Italian football has a bit of a reputation for being racist and violent, as I said before, but I think it'd be great if music and football and sport generally, as well as other areas, are used to help indigenous Africans and Australasians, like fundraise for them, and maybe even governments across Africa and Australasia and around the world, even, and NGOs could donate a percentage of their GDP. Maybe African countries could donate 10% of their GDP towards reinvestment in development of especially young people, young indigenous Africans and Australasians, which hopefully in the future will benefit their economies even more. Number 7, I hope Celtic FC, which already does a lot for charity, will also fundraise, as they often do, to support and target that funding at supporting indigenous Australasians and Africans, especially in tech and in STEM generally, and as part of this project and related projects. And again, hopefully the tech industry and NGOs and charities and governments will work together to support indigenous Africans and Australasians. Number 8, I hope that this project will also work to tackle extremism and hate, tackle terrorism, white supremacy or neo-nationalism, and far right and extreme right, as I would call them. What I mean by that is, I use those terms interchangeably. I don't mean like conservatives or Tories or Republicans. I mean like actual people who want to kill people and hurt people. Hopefully this project will help to prevent those sorts of things, and again keep people safe from crime, including cybercrime, violence, terrorism, or any sort of crime, again keeping children safe online and things like that. So hopefully it'll do a lot of good and tackle white supremacy and Islamic extremism and all sorts of things like that. Again, I probably should be careful what I say online, but yeah, hopefully it'll do that sort of thing. Number 9, again, I hope it will connect together different organizations like Andela, and there could be like I.B.M for Africa, Microsoft for Africa, Microsoft in Africa, Google Africa. I know there is already Google Africa, but yeah, hopefully they'll be encouraged through videos like this. And if more people encourage them and write to them and share videos like this, and maybe make their own, maybe you can make your own videos like this and share this one. But hopefully, build a community that helps Indigenous Africans and Australasians to develop their tech, and again, keep other people safe online. So hopefully it'll benefit the world, but especially Indigenous Africans and Australasians. Number 10, I also hope it will help people of all ages from the youngest possible age. So hopefully also Indigenous Africans and Australasians, both male and female, of all backgrounds, including those with disabilities, including autism and dyslexia and ADHD, or also physical and mental disabilities. I dream that they will have even maybe computers that no longer work, keyboards could be given to them which they could practice on, and develop their tech from a young age. So even make it into a game. So hopefully they'll enjoy technology, and as they get older, as they enjoy learning, hopefully they'll learn even more and surprise themselves and the rest of the world. And I can't think of much else to say, but as ever, I'd love to hear your opinions, and I am out. Peace and love.